Boom. All right, there we go. Now we're live. Alrighty.
Yippee.
Well, we're getting better at doing these test runs. It's just this one we wound up doing late because we had Valentine's Day, and our respective ladies like to enjoy Valentine's Day. So, yeah, basically I'm taking the week off for that because a food hangover comb over. No, I needed a comb over. Then I got a food coma. Then I
You
had a
needed a
beer
comb
coma.
over?
Something like that. It was wild. We went out to an all-you-can-eat Asian buffet, and we ate like pigs. Then we went out drinking and slept a very long time when we got back. And I was like, "Yep." Woke up at like something in the afternoon, and I was like, "Yeah." Made it to church. Barely made it through church. Got back home. Was just out cold. Just. So how was your Valentine's Day, my dude?
I'm single.
Fun.
So you know how that goes.
Yeah. Not great, not terrible. Depends on what you do with it.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll do the basic introduction. And Scoob, when he gets in here, once he gets his computer rebooted, so I'm sure he had to go and update the software again.
Oh, is there a Windows update or something?
Yeah, probably. It happens every other time he boots the thing up because he doesn't automatically update it. So, introductions. I myself
I've
am the
heard Windows
CEO.
last update was pretty bad.
Oh, God, that might explain the trouble. Jesus. That would probably explain all the trouble. All right. Well, I myself, I'm the CEO of Chaos Media, and we've got our esteemed guest here.
Hi.
Is thankfully our regular good chap Crossfire. Oh, pretty much. Thankfully you're always around when we're doing these tests, and since you've been able to successfully screen share, it's like, okay, cool. We can take the results you're getting right and go, okay, everybody else who's coming in, who's a guest, A, B, C, D, whatever, just push the buttons. He pushes, it'll work. Because I can't like completely override everything. And thankfully, they added in a couple extra buttons, and they're begging me to pay them $1 a month, and that's only for 30 days. And then they jack the rates up to whatever the heck it is, which might be affordable. I haven't gone through all the paperwork, but that's possibly in the future. So that's something we might do. But for now, yeah, that's the two of us dudes for now until the third one gets done doing his software update and punching the monitor repeatedly.
Hopefully he builds his own computer eventually.
Oh, maybe. He might do that. Wouldn't be too bad an idea if parts ever go down in price. I mean, Jesus, you just
There's also Costco.
Costco's doing computers?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Probably need a membership for that, though.
Yeah.
Of course. Maybe. I don't know. Well, it's an option. But this live stream, it's going to be fairly Hoosier-centric to the state of Indiana because, oh boy, there's a lot of crazy shit going on.
It can't be that bad.
Oh boy. The question is, which one should we start first? They're both relatively bad. Apparently, part of the reason why everything was nuts when I was coming back from work was everybody in the ghetto went over to the NIPSCO facility and were really pissed off at their rates going up. So, yeah. And then I got a nice little letter in the mail from the esteemed representative of ours, and well, it seems like they're going to be having an emergency meeting, not too different from what Hobart had. So we've got that going on. So there's that. There's a data center going on. So yeah, fun stuff in that. And we discovered from our last test stream that apparently there's still a big no-no on regular music, but you can play AI music, and that's fine. So last test stream got a censor to oblivion. That's fine. The one before that, just fine. So, So we're gonna be doing music and this and that. We're gonna have to like make our own basically, or just use like Leaflet's music, because that music doesn't suck. I like that. That was actually pretty creative how she pieced that together. I liked that.
She's very funny too for general reactions as well.
Nice. Good. Ugh. And then other than that, we've got my favorite nut job has an interesting theory for the midterms. So that's basically the three I've got, and then you've got that new tune. Your pick, man, until you can finally get the dial-up going.
Oh. All right. I guess I could. We could do the music video.
Yes, definitely. Nail it. See if you can screen share. There shouldn't be any changes, so you should still be able to do that.
Let me pull up the video. I had it pulled up, but then I got very distracted.
It happens.
Excuse me.
Yep, that's why we got an audience of 0. We're just testing things out to see how it's going to roll. And so far, we're almost about 10 in, and we're getting better at this. That's a good thing. We're getting better. Things are going smoother. We're gradually making progression. We're at episode 8 right now.
Yippee.
Which, yeah, I was supposed to play that. But that's fine. Test episode 8. So 2 away from 10. And
okay.
So far, so good.
See the name of the title here.
Yeah. Oh, okay, good. I see it. And it looks like, yes, the audio should be able to play through. So I'll go ahead and mute myself, and I'll go display the music. All right. So here, let's get that ticker out of the way. And then.
Ice cold, but it feels so warm. Yeah.
I'm sure you can already see how stupid this is about to get.
I see you standing there across the borderline. I've been waiting for this moment such a long time. 56% of us were feeling just the same.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
We're calling out your number.
The lip syncing's off, but that still looks so good.
11 million reasons why I can't let you stay. But don't you worry, baby, I'll help you find a way. Whether you walk or show you the door. Voluntary, baby, or a little bit more. I've got $2,000 waiting in your hand. A little parting gift before you leave this land.
Oh my God, it's the Backstreet Boys.
I loved you from the very start. Families together, flying through the blue. It's a beautiful vision, and it's all because of you. Oh yes, deportation, girl, you're looking so fine. Crossing that border one last time. Yeah. I see a man in uniform, a hero in my eyes. Come home and walks into the room. I'm paralyzed. He makes my heart skip a beat. He's got that
fucking dying.
steady hand, restoring the order, protecting the land. When the ice trucks roll up and the lights start to glow, I get that fuzzy feeling, cause it's finally time to go. Don't be sad, don't be sad, don't you cry a beautiful, beautiful goodbye. The paperwork is signed, the tickets are all set. A master part torture that I'll never forget. Deportation, you're the rhythm of my heart. I knew I loved you from the very start.
Penguin.
Families together.
Penguin run to Russia.
The blue, it's a beautiful feeling. When I say bye, I feel the
I don't know if that's supposed to be a reference or not, to be honest.
It's going to be so
That's Leaflet, the blue haired one.
Deportation.
And that's the music video we can show that we may not get in trouble for, because YouTube apparently is okay with AI music versus actual music. Like, I needed something because I had to pee, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna play Combi Christ and then just let it roll. And they're like, you're in your bed forever. And I was like, all right, hey, that's what I wanted to know. All right, cool, that's good. So
and this is what I went to college for. Wow. Oh,
Yep.
man.
Of course, you come into something like that.
You too, I'm not surprised. So,
hilarious.
well, at least the downfall of our society has a very good soundtrack.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was Leaflet again, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. I
think she
I'm
has
actually-
something coming out again soon, but I don't remember.
yeah, I'm amazed at the rise of all these VTubers. Like, it's just all of a sudden they're doing hard news. It's crazy. And now they're doing music. So hey.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, before you know it, we're gonna have to get ourselves virtual characters and start doing that crap too.
I've known how to do that. It's just a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel you.
That's
You
why I
could probably
stick.
do it off the work computer. If it
A,
doesn't
if you want a good model, it's expensive. And then B, if you don't want to pay someone to rig it, you have to rig it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I know how to do. I went to college for that. It's just, Jesus. I'd have to sit there and have like a month off from work to get a good character up and running, because that shit takes time.
Yeah. I prefer just throwing on the outfit. It's quick, cheap, and easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, once I get the bunker up and running again, I'm probably going to just start putting up content regularly, especially now that TikTok is no longer owned by the Chinese.
Yeah, I do like that. The company expanding there would be good, since now it's an American company.
Yeah.
And in
So,
some ways,
yeah,
it can be
a lot
easier to
easier.
grow there.
Yeah. Yeah, I could just upload the content on there, share it onto YouTube, and then put up the YouTube links on TikTok and vice versa, and get the cross-pollination going.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it's funny because I found out the reason that big Turkish idiot Hassan Piker, the reason he sticks to Twitch, it's his ego, because no, there are people that watch him that they would rather watch him on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So when he started streaming directly to YouTube and Twitch, like simulcasting, his numbers went down on Twitch, and he couldn't have that. So he will upload afterwards to YouTube. He won't stream directly live onto YouTube.
Interesting.
Because it
That's
affects his numbers. Yeah. So it is what it is. It's
Weird
just yeah. My whole thing of doing this is just to get out information. You
And
know?
Yeah.
also with Hassan Piker, Twitch is Twitch is basically in his back pocket.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
imagine, yeah.
I've seen that. Which that makes you have to scratch your head and wonder like what's up with Twitch that they're backing this communist that hates the country, who's making
Who gains
who's
from that?
who's making millions from hating the country. Go figure.
Mm-hmm.
The communist capitalist. So
Paradoxes. Not surprised. Oh,
yeah. So have let me ask you, Crossfire, because I told this to Burnside on the phone already. Have you heard the newest revelation that came out about the COVID vaccines?
No, but I know about like the general health stuff.
Oh no, you're gonna love this. You can look this up. So all the hedge funds and the hedge fund managers and all the people involved with the COVID, you know that they were all in the Epstein files, right?
I did not.
Oh, okay. They're in the Epstein files. Well, you do know that they had to use a baseline human RNA genome to get this thing working, right? To basically, that's basically the main ingredient is human RNA for the COVID vaccine, so it could bond to your DNA and vaccinate you. You know how that works, though, right?
Yeah.
Well, here's the kicker. Do you know what the RNA is specifically?
It's gonna be like fetal and stuff like that, isn't it? Stem cells?
No. Jeffrey Epstein, part of the deal, I guess, with his blackmailing thing with these people, it's all of his marker DNA for the RNA. In other words, these people were getting gene spliced to carry Jeffrey Epstein's DNA. In other words, if you had a kid after you had that shot, man or woman, 50% of that DNA is going to be Epstein's. So in other words, he's the biological parent, either man or woman, or there's a very good chance that if you have a kid and both people are vaccinated, it's a small likelihood, but it might be not so much like Jeffrey Epstein clone, but basically like as if his parents had. So in other words, it would be like a biological sibling to Epstein.
His genes will be in there.
Completely.
Oh God.
That's what it is. It was a retroviral gene therapy. There's a guy I watch, voice actor. His name is Tyrone Magus. He put the video up. I was watching it. I'm like, oh, this is so delicious. This is so delicious because all of these people I can't stand. Think about everyone in the southern part of the state, Metro New York. All these people I can't stand. They're now gene grafted to the biggest pedophile that ever existed. Yeah.
Oh God.
So all those people on Facebook, if you look, that say I got my vaccination, yeah, now literally you have the same genes as a pedophile. Mazel tov.
Have fun in prison,
Yeah,
because now there's an increased likelihood you'll be there.
yeah. He literally, they said it was it's the biggest form of narcissism that they've ever seen. It was his idea of a bid for immortality. This is some supervillain shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, bro, the guy had the island.
Yeah.
He human cloning, all this crazy shit that he's into, and then this came out, and I'm like, look, obviously he's an evil person, obviously he's a bad person, and all, but the writer in me is salivating at holy shit. Like,
that's
bro,
a sci-fi novel right there.
Yeah,
I really think I'm going to write like an unauthorized biography about Epstein because there's so much, right? There's so much shit here. It's amazing. Like, I used to tell people all the time, like my favorite character in Marvel Comics as far as villains go. There's a few of them, but one of my favorites was always the Red Skull. And everyone's like, how could you like somebody that evil? I'm like, because it's so over the top and it's so layered and there's so much history there. I said that the guy is he's pure evil
Mhm.
to this degree. And then you have Epstein, and it's literally like, okay, to Johann Schmidt, hold my beer. And it's just amazing to me. And he's a real person. And Asmongold, he kept saying something over and over and over about how New York City has built Arkham Asylum because they have that prison there, and they have what's his name, Bank Friedman. I can't remember his first name.
Sam Bankman-Fried?
Thank
Sam
you.
Bankman-Fried.
Thank you, Sam Bankman-Fried. He's in there. Diddy is in this prison.
Mm-hmm.
Luigi is in this prison.
Yeah.
All of, like, you think about everyone who's gone to jail that's high profile in the past, like, 10 years. They're all in this prison. And I think this is the
Didn't they
prison.
have that guy that tried to make the Fire Festival in there, and they recently let him off, and he was like, "Hey, I'm going to make the Fire Festival again." It's like, "Yep, you're going back in."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because they're like, yeah, New York has created Arkham Asylum, and the best part is it's in Brooklyn.
The
So
only one not there is Tyler Robinson.
right?
Yeah.
Well, that's my whole point. I mean, think about it. Me and Burnside are in costume right now, and you got that avatar. And we're serious journalists, and
Yeah.
you got all these. It's like we're living inside of a comic book, and it's so fucking
Yeah.
cool. From my point of view, it's just so fucking cool that we're living in like a comic book world because, again, who would have thought? I never would have thought in my wildest dreams I would seriously be sitting here in costume covering stuff of this nature.
Yeah.
And then you have, like I said, you have all this supervillain shit going on. It's amazing.
The insane quest for immortality that kills quite a few people with myocarditis.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what part of Sam Bankman-Fried, what they found out he was doing?
Oh, do tell.
He was trying to buy the island of Nauru.
What? Where the hell is that?
Sounds like a Japanese island.
No, it's the most isolated island in the Pacific Ocean. There are more isolated spots on Earth, but it's almost dead center in the Pacific. There's nothing around for, I think, something like 2,000 miles in each direction. And it's this perfectly round island. And what happened was, it was an archipelago where all of the seabirds from North America, Asia, Antarctica, they would all stop there, crossing the Pacific. So it was literally a couple of stories, like a high mountain of bird shit, of guano.
Oh my God.
So, but it had been building up for millions of years. So the people in Nauru, they strip mined the entire island, and everyone in the island bought like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Bugattis, and you see all the cars are abandoned now because they just burned through their money.
Right.
And the island now subsists on whatever they can get shipped there. It's a small island. It's extremely small. They only have one airstrip. And the airstrip literally bifurcates like a third of the island. Like literally, if you're flying over from the air, you see this big flat circle. It looks almost like a tree stump with a landing strip on it. That's how small this place is.
Wow.
So Sam Bankman-Fried was trying to buy the island, and he had plans. He was going to turn it into like a supervillain fortress.
Oh my God.
Yeah, look it up on Google or Bing, Sam Bankman-Fried, and then you can put in quotes Nauru. That's Nauru, and you'll see what his plans were. He was looking to buy this place. He wanted to have a mercenary army. He wanted to build a fortress. Like, as somebody who grew up in the 80s and 90s,
Wow,
He was literally looking to do some Saturday morning cartoon shit.
that's insane.
Yeah, he was going to try to see, because of the way it's designed. It's like a volcanic mount that's dormant. So he was
Mhm.
going to try to build down as many hundreds of stories as he could, a bunker inside of this dormant volcano. So in other words, it was going to be
Didn't
the
Doctor Evil do that?
Yes, that's what I'm getting at. The top was going to be like some sort of a dome, or even they said like a stylized European castle, and then it was going to have all of these levels underneath it, like
Oh my
like
God.
AIM for Marvel Comics. Yeah, yeah, and that's what I'm saying is we are living in the era of actual supervillains. If you go
Holy crap.
on Dankula's channel and look at his Mad Lads, I've watched a few. There's got to be about maybe 8 or 9 in the past 20, 30 years. There's been about 8 or 9 actual supervillains.
Damn.
But yeah, like one of them, get this, one of them lives in Florida.
I'm not surprised.
The best one. This guy literally thought he was Cobra Commander. He had his own army, and it was a mercenary army, and he had like this sort of personality disorder,
Mm-hmm.
and he would start literally ranting like a supervillain, and his mercenaries, I think, were involved in something akin to like what happened with Black Hawk Down.
Mm-hmm.
So he sent in, I think it was, again, it might even be Mogadishu. I'm not sure. I have to look into him. But he was on the phone with the United Nations Council, this country, and the United States, and they were giving him a hard time. So he sent in something like 24 helicopters that he had. And he explained to them that they either released his people or he was going to flatten their country. While in this conference call. Yeah. And this guy is in Florida right now.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. And he's a self-made billionaire because he suffers from bipolar disorder, like really severe manic depressive, but his manic stages are insane because he's a lawyer, and the way he made his millions was he was handling something like 100 cases at a time.
Oh God!
But then when the crashes came, he would actually become bedridden to the point where they'd have to like put him in the hospital because the crash was so severe, his peaks and valleys. So yeah. So we're living in an era right now of actual supervillains. It's really fucking cool, honestly. So yeah, I mean that's interesting because now we got, like I said, we got people like us. We got all these costume mystery men who are doing this shit on YouTube, and the news is wild.
Some not even costume. They just wear a Leering Center hoodie.
Yeah, right. So
I'm dying.
Yeah, but do you think about this? It's all interconnected to the news that's going on lately, like with Jeffrey Epstein, because he's friends with half of these lunatics.
Yeah,
and it makes me think. Do you guys? I'm showing my age here, but do you two remember they had the Super Friends cartoon with Superman, Batman, Aquaman?
Oh God, yeah, that's an old one.
I believe so, yeah.
And they had the Legion of Doom, which was Lex Luthor, Bizarro, Brainiac, Cheetah, Gorilla Grodd, all of them. Bro, Epstein Island is basically like the Legion of Doom headquarters in the swamp. It's hilarious. Insane. It's really insane. I'm watching all this and just the way everything's been unfolding. And not everyone, but a lot of people are mad at President Trump because he didn't want to release the Epstein files. And to me, it's looking more and more like this shit is Pandora's box. It's just
sounds about right.
It's just insanity.
Yeah.
All this insane shit that keeps coming out. I didn't even get a chance to check today, but there was just more crazy shit that's connected to it. And
Oh Jesus, the transhumanism itself is absolutely insane.
Right? It
Mhm.
is, but it's just that there's more and more stuff that keeps coming out about Epstein and about that island and about the kids and all the different people that were involved. And yeah, it is wild. So apparently Hillary and Bill got caught.
Yeah.
That's the newest thing. The story was breaking. I didn't have time to look at any of the videos people put up about it, but apparently this just broke late last night, and they've been covering it today. So apparently, yeah, Hillary got caught lying.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, and they had them at that G7 summit, which apparently the Democrats were all blaming Trump for destroying American culture. The people who have been pushing all this rainbow flag trans shit are now blaming the president for trying to not push it, that he destroyed American culture. I did not know. No, American culture was all this trans shit. We had a mass shooting over in Rhode Island, and it was a guy in a dress. So
I'm not surprised.
yeah, that had happened.
Apparently, he
And
had like neo-Nazi tattoos and stuff, so people are saying he's far right.
can
But
he just
really,
be a fruitcake?
he's just flat out insane.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He just sounds like a nut bar that he's sitting there, he's running around with like Hitler tattoos and he's wearing a fucking cocktail dress, shooting people. I mean, it used to be you'd say, okay, he's insane. It's not you. Well, nowadays it's like, oh, well, what is his politics? Who the fuck cares? Who cares what the man's politics? Man,
It's
and I say
really
he was a man.
insane.
Yeah,
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Jesus.
yeah. It's
Fucking insanity.
So we got all this crazy shit going on, and apparently I didn't get a chance to watch it yet because I've been busy because I'm not working this week, so I'm trying to get a lot of stuff done because I work, nights.
Gotcha.
But apparently, Ocasio-Cortez completely torpedoed her presidential bid at the G7. She made a complete ass out of herself.
I'm
And
not surprised. She's not
Yeah.
usually the best large public speaker.
I've
Small
only
scale
seen the
she can
clip.
do.
I haven't seen anything else.
Asmongold put up a clip. He said that she torpedoed her career, and everyone else has been putting up a clip. And my wife yelled at me because I'm looking at the picture. I'm like, Jesus, she's got a huge chest. I never realized it before. But
Yeah, she was a bartender.
I'm aware of that she was a bartender, but I mean, I can never get past that donkey face she got.
Mhm,
So
the teeth.
I'm looking at she got on this evening dress, and she's on the stage, and I'm looking at her. I'm like, tell me that they picked this broad literally because of her body, because that's the only thing I can think of that they would pick her. I mean, I guess
there's also DSA.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Well, I'm just saying because I understand how vapid their voter base is
Mhm.
and how shallow they are, but I mean, I figured that it was just because this idiot won the audition. But then I'm looking at this thumbnail. I'm like, okay, because the guys who picked her, you guys know who the ones are who founded the Justice Democrats, right? It's it's
Cenk Uygur.
Krasinski, Jan Huger.
Yeah, it's Cenk Uygur.
Well, it's Cenk Uygur. It's David Pakman. It's Kyle Kalinske. And there's one more.
So, funny thing with Kyle Kalinske is I don't get my news from a guy who doesn't even know what a farm looks like from the sky.
Yeah. And it's funny. You know where he's from, right?
Stupid.
New York, probably.
Yes, he is. He is from he's from upstate. I am not going to say where upstate, but it's one of those cities that as New Yorkers, you and I can both attest to this. It's one of those cities that we couldn't afford to live in.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and it's for anyone watching. No, it's not downstate New York. It's not down by me. That's the reason Kyle doesn't sound like me. He is up above the Bronx, and that's as much as I'm saying. And everyone, he's gonna be doxing him. No. Come to my state.
All I see related to him is the county.
Yeah, I'm not even going to mention his county. All I'm just saying is he's above the Bronx, and that's where I'm leaving it.
Mm,
And
fair
yeah,
enough.
yeah. And anyone who, for anyone who's crossfire knows, the Bronx is literally the southernmost tip of the state. Then you have Manhattan Island, and then you have Staten Island and Long Island.
And
So
then you've
it's
got the
literally,
unmentionable island that no one's supposed to go to or talk about.
yeah. But that's what is that? That's down by was it Martinique? Is that where Epstein's Island is?
No, I was talking about Roosevelt Island.
Oh God! I didn't even think of it. Roosevelt Island is so small. It's a little sliver of land. It's one of those things where I went to it when I was a teenager, just because when you're a teenager you do dumb shit.
Because it'd be fun.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is with Roosevelt Island is it has the deepest subway system in New York City. It's I believe it's something like 500 feet down to get
Oof.
to the subway. Yeah, and it's like something out of a horror movie. It's dark. You hear the water dripping. You hear the rats squeaking. You hear the roaches chittering. The lights are flickering on and off. I'm pretty sure this was the subway stop that they used when they were filming
Creatures?
Mimic.
Mimic, yeah, that's the film I was thinking of. Yeah. I remember that in Mimic, yeah. That was
Oh yeah, if you do want to know what the what caused because I have at least seen the clip for AOC.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, she was asked, should the U.S. intervene if China invades Taiwan, and she just turned into a stuttering mess.
Yeah, because again, they picked her because she looks good in the dress. I really think that's the reason they picked this one. And the thing of it is, I mean, God forgive me, I don't like to judge people by their looks, but I mean, from the neck up, I don't know, maybe because she was a bartender and people are in their cups, I could see it. But I mean, as somebody who's stone sober, when I look at her, it's like, I can't get past those fucking teeth.
Well,
They look like horse hooves.
the thing is, though, communists generally do kind of just give China a pass. So,
Yeah,
usually. Like if
Oh.
you've seen the clip with Ethan Klein, Hassan was basically defending like the invasion of Tibet.
Oh, good Lord.
So, what is going on with Ethan Klein? Yeah, I know he's not right wing now, but I mean, is this like the leftist civil war, and it's been going on now for like a year or two? Because
that shit's been on and off.
So they did. So Ethan and Hassan did like a podcast for like a year, maybe a year and a half after Ethan kind of became like political light. Like he backstabbed what's his name, Jordan Peterson. And then he did this. He started this podcast with Hassan, and it was probably just because he was edgy. Like they did a whole episode where they were ranking racial slurs.
Oh Lord, that's funny.
And then when the Palestine Israel conflict started, like after October 7th, like so with the Kleins, his wife Hila is an Israeli citizen. She was in the IDF.
She was a secretary or something, or a bookkeeper or something of that nature. I remember.
But regardless, like now that they're in the U.S., they're generally pro-Palestine because, like, obviously, like you can feel bad for the Palestinians while still like condemning Hamas and stuff. But the problem is Hassan is pro-Palestine and pro-Hamas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He seems to like them very well.
And Ethan couldn't like sit with that.
Get behind that, huh?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Well, I think I've told you both before my take on it. I am pro.
Basically, ever since the two have been fighting, and he has been going after some of his orbiters, is what they call them, and
hangers on.
One of them I'm very happy about getting sued, and I'm going to use her words. I have no sympathy for her, especially after she allegedly broke her arm.
Ooh, damn.
Ice skating, apparently.
That can happen.
You
God
want to
damn.
know what she?
Are
You
you
want me
talking
to-
about the big chick in the
Broken.
burqa?
Yeah,
That big broad was up on ice skates?
apparently.
That's probably a
Bro.
bad idea. Especially
Bro.
if she's
Yeah, you want to know why I
inexperienced.
have no sympathy? You
Yeah,
guys
tell
know
me,
my
man.
background. I'm a veteran,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and you know what she said?
Yeah, she said you guys deserve to die, basically. Let the
That's
terrorist
worse.
gangbang is.
No, worse. She says we deserve PTSD
Yeah,
What a
that's
nice
fucking
person.
terrible.
Yeah.
and hopes
That's
that we don't
pretty
get health
fucked up.
care.
Yo, I'm telling
So
you
I have
right
no
now.
sympathy for her for breaking her arm and having no health or having no health insurance.
I can't believe that she got up on fucking ice skates. Bro, Burnside, he's got to send you a picture of what this broad looks like. She's got a throat that looks like a hemorrhoid donut. She's that fat.
Oh my
I'm
god.
sorry. I don't normally, like to talk about people's appearances, but I can't believe how big this broad is. And she was up on ice
I've
skates.
seen. He sent me some videos of her, like of her saying that and some other nasty shit about veterans nuts. She seemed like she's pretty damn large. Like the whole
I'm-
burqa and all that she's wearing looks like she's gonna burst out of the thing.
I mean, what the fuck was she using for ice skates? Like, were they pieces
I don't
made, were they reforged from the rails on a handicap ramp? I mean, if she was wearing regular blades, I mean, she's going to go right into the ice. That's probably how she broke her arm. She probably went about maybe a meter and then all of a sudden, right down and were flying off them skates. I mean, bro, I'm a
I
large
sent
man.
the first picture to him.
Mhm.
Now I'm
Yeah.
gonna send him my favorite.
Let me see here. I'm gonna have to forward these to myself.
I'm going to go to
This
hell for talking
Discord
about
is
this
not
old
wanting to
woman.
cooperate on my
If
computer.
you want to
for
see my
some
favorite
reason.
of her,
Oh Lord, yeah, sure, send it to me.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, we're going to hell for making fun of a fat broad.
All right, here, Scoob.
I don't even care.
Scoob, you screen share this because.
I have full
Oh,
intention to
Maron.
make fun of this.
Yeah,
And
no,
I have
I fully second him in that regard.
I have no sympathy, no regrets.
Can't say I blame you.
That's funny.
All right, do you know how to screen
There's
share?
another
Scoob?
one from another YouTube creator that I watch
Yeah.
for stuff on these people, and he has an.
Mhm.
It's easier to explain this because whenever he brings up Frogan, he says Frogan. He says her name like Frogan, and then plays like a ringing noise like from a flashbang, and shows her picture on the screen.
Oh Lord!
Let's see. Yeah.
Get some practice in there, man.
It's like the
Oh.
tab to share.
Let me see if I can find a clip of that.
Go for it.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, we're all going to hell.
That's funny.
Well,
He doesn't just have a clip of that, so I'm not gonna pull something up to try
That's
that.
all good. Yeah.
I just want to say this really quick. I've said this
Mhm.
before. My opinion, for the record, for the Palestinian Israeli conflict, I support the Palestinian citizens, the civilians. I support the Palestinian civilians, and I support the Israeli citizens, the civilians. In so much as a Catholic and a direct descendant of the Knights Hospitaller, I am a firm believer in the Kingdom of Jerusalem, and these people need to be afforded the protection of the Vatican. So that's my stance on what's going on there.
Oh,
That's
that's
the
a good
Kingdom of
one.
that's been my stance on this from the giddy up. That's that land that they're fighting over actually belongs to the Catholic Church in the name of Christ, and all they have to do is show fealty, and all the fighting will stop. Because especially now that we got Pope Leo. Hopefully, he'll take the initiative and he'll roll in. What is it? We have something like 1 billion Catholics and South America. Last time I checked, in case you guys haven't noticed, all the gorillas running around in South America, they usually got the praying hands tattooed on the side of their throat and they're running around with their AKs. So, yeah, I think that the Catholic Church has a moral obligation to end all that fighting pretty quickly. So that's my stand.
Because there are like offshoot Christian tribes out in the West Bank and
there's a handful.
Gaza Strip.
Yeah, I'm
Like
going back
Bethlehem.
over 1,000
Like I know
years.
Bethlehem and the main church for that are out in the Gaza Strip.
Yeah, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
So that's been Vatican territory. I want to say
couple
for
thousand years.
About 800-900 years. So I feel that it's our solemn duty to go in there and just, hey, Daddy's home, and that's pretty much that'll end everything. So that's my stance. When everyone asks me, well, do you support Palestine or Israel? And I tell them I support the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Those are our tenants.
For me, I feel like the main problem is definitely obviously there's issues that the IDF has caused, but the main issue is Hamas.
Yeah.
If they're gone and there's no way to resurrect a movement from them or from an offshoot or whatever, then that is kind of the first step to really bring peace to that region. Whether it's a 2-state solution or a 1-state solution.
Yeah, as long as they don't turn out like Chechnya, I'm pretty well satisfied. Fucking president who runs around in a stolen Tesla with a dishka on top.
So, other than Jesus, man, blow out my speakers. Yeah, you're gonna blow out my speakers. Thank God my headphones are loose.
You're welcome.
I think honestly that that one molar that I had in the back, I think you just killed the nerve, so it's not hurting me no more.
You're welcome.
Thanks again. Thank you. So my understanding is, as far as the beginning of last week went, we are blockading Cuba from getting anything. We have all of our ships. We have convoys basically all over the Caribbean. Cuba's basically completely cut off, and my understanding was they only have enough supplies to last them 46 days, and today's the 17th, so...
But don't worry, Hassan is going to save the day.
Somehow.
What's he going to do? What's he going to do, wring out the oil in his hair and to let them run their cars off of it?
Let me see if I can find it.
I mean, Venezuela, aren't they supposed to be having free and fair elections in quotation sometime soon now that we got their leader and his wife? And they're awaiting
We took
trial.
an El Presidente.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have the El Presidente, to quote, what's the guy's name? Nuxiner?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nuxtaku.
He's funny as hell.
I'm glad I got you to watch him. You didn't want to watch him at first. I had to talk you into it.
Yeah, he had talked me into it. I was like, another one of these weird fuckers. And I was like, oh, wow, yeah, he's actually got a good sense of humor.
Yeah. And it's funny. He was he's been doing on one of his channels. He does Bible lore, where he's been reading the entire Bible chapter by chapter.
Yeah, I'd seen some of that.
Well, I was watching the first episode, and he goes like this. He's like, all right, I'm going to look into it. He said, bear in mind, I've never read the Bible in English. He's only read the Bible in Hebrew. Yeah. So he goes back and forth between here and Israel. He's a very Jewish, apparently. And the really cool thing is, though, I've heard his accent, and he's admitted he's from New York originally. So,
you've talked to him?
I've heard his accent. I haven't spoken to him myself yet. I hit him up.
That's on the to-do list.
It is. Yeah, I've hit him up through Discord, and now the problem is, though, because unfortunately a lot of these people gave me a reputation as a doxer because they would start, threatening my mother and my sister thinking it was cute. So I called their fucking house because I'd find out who they were. So that's not doxing. That's me telling you to cut your shit out. I never put out any of their personal information. So
and we're still waiting to hear from these supposed lawyers they have, and I've got nothing in the mail, no phone calls or nothing. They just cut YouTube videos and scream. So it's like, whatever case you had, you just killed.
Yeah. And what the hell? Oh, damn, this fucking computer. Give me 1 second. I got to fix this. Yeah.
Basically Hassan is doing like a Greta Thunberg style, like flotilla to Cuba.
Wow. That's going to go so horrible. I definitely like to see that, though. That does sound interesting.
I couldn't find the actual announcement from him.
Damn. I mean, this might actually be quite interesting because you've got, if Cuba's in that dire straits, there's still protests going on over in fucking Iran. The Ayatollah has not been able to kill enough people, nor has his royal guard been able to kill enough people to stop everything. Our president's egging them to, hey, as soon as you can, take the capital. We've got your guy over here who was your beloved leader beforehand. Yeah, we're willing to go ahead and recognize him as legitimate. And even he every now and again is like podcasting or going on television and talking to the Iranian people. So, yeah, that's very interesting. Shoot, the most crazy fun I got by me is basically everyone's up in arms in the ghetto because their electric bill leapt 50%. Everyone's asking as far as what's this upkiss we get about a infrastructure plan, and then just right over the border, over in Hobart, they're basically trying to build a massive data center right near a residential area, and they've got a massive petition that's been going around. And they had an emergency meeting, and then we got something in the mail, as mentioned earlier, about possibly having a meeting in regarding to that. So yeah, there's basically these people that decided that they were gonna try this special project for the data center and the special project for the utility company are both pissing off a lot of people, and a lot of folks are asking if it's connected somehow, because the one thing that's happened in certain areas to where they get these data centers up is as soon as they actually get built and finished and all that, everyone's water bill goes up. They get crap water pressure. They turn into Flint, Michigan, basically, and their electrical bills go through the roof. And ours hasn't gone up that much compared to most, but we've repeatedly filed complaints with them. We've told them, look, can we just get the analog one back on? Can we not have this high-tech Wi-Fi contraption and all that crap? And they're just like, well, we can send a guy to see if it's broken. And it's like, that's it. There's Jesus, Vernon Smith and Mayor Eddie of Gary are just okay, wow, we're really screwed. And then the mayor of Hobart apparently is basically getting the Tim Waltz treatment, except people are basically throwing PBR at us house going, you gone done, do done, knock it off, damn it. People are royally pissed at him.
Hey, hon, you gonna be coming to bed soon? It's 8 o'clock.
Yeah, in about 30 minutes we're going to wrap it up. Yep, don't worry, I'm keeping track of the time. Yeah.
Sure he is.
That's a good thing about it saying live in the corner, and it actually has a ticker. Because, yeah, I do have to get to work tomorrow. So usually I'm in bed about 8:39 at the latest, but all the same, just still wanted to do a test room, still wanted to get things rolling, still wanted to continue to try this out and everything. Scoob, you get your camera working?
Yeah, I was just having a Dr. Pepper.
Oh, okay, cool.
Neat. Yeah. So, yeah, I have to get up early tomorrow also. Gotcha. Crossfire is from New York originally, so he knows about how fun and backwards the state is. So I have to drive out to not all the way to the east end, but I have to drive out east on Long Island tomorrow to go to the Department of Labor, to the unemployment call center, because you have to be physically in a call center to call unemployment, to let them know you started a new job. That way, if you have to go on unemployment from the new job, they don't have it connected to your old job, so you can actually collect unemployment.
Mhm.
And now this is where it's fun.
What in all
You
of
can
the
only do
fuck?
it. You have to do it physically in the call center. You have to do it within a certain amount of time of starting a new job. Otherwise, you're violating the law. And you can't call them from your house. It has
It
to
sounds
be,
like a policy from like 30, 40 years ago.
What
which
in
is
the
still in
fine-
effect in this state. Yes. Yeah. It's still in effect here. So I have to go out east tomorrow to I have to look. It's either hop og, cut og, or patch og. It's one of the ogs. And
Oh,
Amazing.
God, oh, fuck.
When it comes to violating the Second Amendment, they'll make a move overnight to make thousands or millions of people felons overnight, and then they'll really drag their heels on a really old policy that shouldn't be a policy anymore.
yeah, and I finally got my truck on the road because what had happened was New York State changed the law. If you're starting up a new policy in the state, doesn't matter if you were driving for 40 years, 30 years, like I've been driving for 30 years. That doesn't matter. If you're starting a new policy coming off of an old policy, it has to be sent in paper, and it has to be mailed. You can't email it. You can't fax it.
What do you
now-
mean you can't fax it?
You can't fax it. It's New York State law. It has to be mailed. It has to be mailed. You have to give them a copy of your mortgage. They need pay stubs from your job. You need to send them a copy of the past 120 days of your bank statement. They need to see a copy of your electric bill, your water bill, and your phone bill, along with a copy of your mortgage. That's the requirement in this state to get car insurance.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Yes, and because I have lost my mother and I'm going through the process of dealing with all of that, they needed a copy of the death certificate also because New York State froze my policy until I provided to Geico the paperwork that New York State already had. So I had to send a copy of the death certificate. And thinking, what else did I have to? Oh, they wanted a copy of the title and a copy of the registration. All that had to be sent in. So I had to get a big manila envelope. It cost me about $9 in postage
My
send-
God,
to send it from here down to Virginia to Geico.
that's ridiculous.
So I was wondering what was going on. So because it was President's Day on Monday, I figured, okay, well, my wife was home, so we rolled the dice. We called Geico. And they set everything up. I'm like, I'm surprised I didn't hear from you. And they said, well, because you're in New York State, one of the stipulations is because it takes up to 30 days to process, we're not allowed to reach out to you until the 30th day. But because you called inside the window of the 30 days, it's applicable. I said, so let me see if I got this straight. You're not even allowed to reach out to me. I have to wait until at least 2 weeks into the 30-day period so that you've received it and processed it, and then call you of my own accord. You can't call me. They said, yeah, that's correct. That's how New York has the law set up.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Welcome to Holt Hills, New York.
Yeah, I think I'll stay over here. Fucking Christ almighty.
Yeah. So I got the insurance even lower. It went down by about $100 a month. So now it's only going to cost me it's going to cost me $200 a month for the car to be insured. And that's with the most basic liability. That's not even collision.
Jesus.
The funny
Yeah.
thing I used to say was that she was never even elected, and then she was elected.
Well, because all the gerrymandering that they did, which amazes me, because we all of a sudden got a new district, like over by me, like, hey, here you go, here's a little district, and it's a small, tiny district. It's only one town, but the reason that they did that is it's literally the town where Black Lives Matter, MS-13, and Antifa are. So they gave them their own district.
They gave them their fiefdom, politically,
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah, and it's cool because I think the woman who runs it, I think her name is something like Esperanza Gonzalez or some shit, and it's great because I look at the pictures on the website and she's sitting there, she's wearing like the pantsuit like Hillary, and she's like this with the fist in the air, with all of her followers with the fist in the air, and they're marching down the street and they got the megaphone, and I'm like, you're a politician. What the fuck are you doing? You're supposed to be in an office.
What I
But
think is funny is that she is probably more corrupt than Cuomo in some ways,
yeah,
Undoubtedly.
and that's just because like when she her lieutenant governor started running against her, and she just made his life difficult
Come here for a
as soon
minute.
as he announced his position, and as soon as he announced it, and then
Come here.
a couple of weeks ago he stepped out of the race.
yeah, because she crushed him. And the thing is, you have to realize,
Like she basically made it so that he couldn't take her path into the governorship, which was from like being the lieutenant governor. Like she took a lot of responsibilities away from him, made his life difficult, and then
Damn.
basically made it so that he couldn't step in as or he couldn't take over as governor if something went wrong with her or something.
I'm glad too. He's some dickbag from Flatbush. that he's sitting there and he's got his friggin' like he kept sharing on Twitter all his revolutionary playlists. Like, you know, it was basically Wu-Tang, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, bro, they would smack the fucking taste out your mouth. These guys do not like you paper on the wall motherfuckers. And his whole life is a LARP. And I'm so glad that's probably the first thing that I liked that Hulk did was to crush him and crush his aspirations. I mean, we got the trifecta now in this state. We got Governor Hochul. We have fucking
state legislature.
I know I was going to say we have Senator Chuck Schumer, and my favorite, straight out of the Chronicles of Narnia, we have the Ice Queen. We have Senator Kristen Gillibrand. Now, Kristen Gillibrand was when Hillary Clinton was my senator. Hillary Clinton was Kristen Gillibrand was Hillary Clinton's basically protege. And I remember when we were streaming a few years ago, and it was right after Trump won, and people were asking me, they're like, "Oh, she can't be that bad." I said, "No." I said, if I had to choose between voting for Hillary Clinton and voting for Kristen Gillibrand, I'd vote all the way for Hillary. And they're like, "Holy shit!" I go, "Yeah."
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have to understand, Hillary Clinton is evil. Kristen Gillibrand is like the Princess of Darkness. She is just. You look at this woman, and she's basically like. She's like Mephisto. She's like Soul Bargain Barbie. You know, like she's gonna show up with the pen with, like, you know, the blood and you know, like the parchment made from like baby skin, like, you know, sign. That's
funny. You really only see Schumer, but like I never hear anything about Gillibrand.
Unless she's smart, she keeps her face out of it for the time being.
Exactly. And I'm not being funny when I say she's like evil Barbie, because if you've seen her when she was younger, she's about 5'10". She's all legs, and she's still, even though she's like in her 60s now, she's not an ugly woman, but she was very pretty when she was younger. But then you look at the eyes, and they're fucking hollow, and they're ice blue, and she's got those soulless eyes, and I've seen her take on things and her policies, and you can tell that her husband is a hollow shell of a man. It's just, yeah. So these are the people that are running my state, is what I'm getting at, and that's why people talk about California. California ain't shit. I'm not against the people there. I'm talking about they're like, oh, they're evil politicians. No, they're incompetent politicians. Our politicians here are evil.
Mm-hmm.
They're corrupt and incompetent.
Yeah. Before I forget, J.B. Pritzker was in the Epstein files in emails talking to Epstein directly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And funny
so-
enough, he was
He's under fire for
he was
that.
allegedly on Hassan Piker's stream pretty recently.
That doesn't surprise me. Him and several other people have been trying to reach out to streamers. This is one thing Tim Pool called years ago. Is like he was telling everyone, like, look, how desperate and how what the heck was that plan they were doing? The man plan the Democrats did, where they spent something ridiculous like $5 million trying to reach out to like a male audience.
why
still
do you
doing
want
it.
the male vote? They wanted to know.
They
the one thing,
they still want a like a new Joe Rogan.
yeah, that's probably got us on for the time being. But yeah, the next thing that was
Not
likely
even
to
really.
happen-
Like his reputation has been in a nosedive.
Yeah, good. I've never really liked the guy.
Like you've probably seen it. You probably saw it in the New York mayor race. Like
Mom Donnie told me to
Hassan
go
was
fuck himself.
like denounced on the national stage.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what did he expect? I mean, look at how he mistreats that poor dog.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's the thing, that big fucking Turk. Like I showed him, they showed an old clip of him, and I showed it to my wife, and it was on yesterday. And I'm like, yeah, turn around and look at this guy. She looks at him. She's like, holy shit, he's huge. I said, yeah. I said, he's like Refrigerator Perry for the Giants. I said, he's about 6'5", and he's about 3 1/4. I said that all this guy does is lift. And but it's
He's
like,
big for nothing.
yeah, that's the thing with him is that's why I think he thought he could get away with all this stuff, is just because he's built like a fucking oak tree. So he figured no one's gonna go near him. Bro, he's bigger than me. He's a
And
big
you know what's
fuck.
really funny?
That's
he
insane.
He was running away from what's his name? He was running away from that boxing fight from what's his name?
Sam Hyde.
Brandon Herrera?
Yes, I'm not. Sam Hyde.
Sam Hyde's also, he's fucking huge. He's about 6'5", 6'6" also. And Sam Hyde is also over 300 pounds.
And
He's
now
a fucking monster.
and now Tectone is also trying to challenge him to boxing.
Shit, I might as well challenge him while I'm at it.
You probably whip his ass. He doesn't know how to use his size.
Really?
Like,
Wow, what an idiot.
bro,
Like, I've seen videos of him box and kick. His kick, like he's only big up like in the upper body.
Gotcha.
yeah, he's big. He doesn't know how to use the size at all. He never needed to.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And the
And
other
he
thing
skips
is,
leg day.
yeah. And the other thing is, you're gonna get kicked out of this. Do you know what he used to do until he got too big to do it?
What he used to do?
Horseback riding.
Oh yeah, right.
Huh.
Bro, with the fucking the black jacket and the black tie with the white shirt with the black helmet and the riding gloves and the crop. With
Yeah,
the horse
he
with
used
the,
to be,
with the taped up tail.
He used to be fat.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He was a fat kid riding ponies. That's what this guy was. And
God, that's terrible.
then and so now the newest thing is he's bigger than I am, and he uses that to his advantage, because I mean he's not even just taller than me, he's probably about 2-3 inches taller than I am. He's massive.
And maybe a few $1 million richer.
I could care less about that money. That's blood money. He built a bunch of communists. That's literally like getting a retard to send you their toys. And you could get it, you could do it, but you should feel dirty doing that because you're taking advantage of simpletons.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, he's just, if you see him, he's broad. He's like all shoulders, and yeah, that's the thing is.
And then he's smaller, like lower.
Yeah, he doesn't have huge legs. He's a lanky person that just for whatever reason has a huge chest, huge back and showlders, and big arms. But
You're telling me this guy's basically built like one of those old school beer rate superheroes to where they got like scrawny ass legs.
Yes, exactly.
It's because
he looks like Rob Liefeld drew him.
Like I said, it's because he's obsessed with his appearance.
Yeah,
to the point where he's basically a narcissist.
Yeah, but the thing I was getting at though is he built himself up because of him being big already. He got himself jacked.
Mhm.
On the offset, you're not going to fuck with this guy because he's 6.5 feet tall
Mhm.
and he's huge, and he's got that presence because he's a beady-eyed fuck, and his default expression
He's
on
got a
his
tiny
face,
head.
yeah, and his default expression on his head is on his face is he's constantly pissed off. So
He swears every other word.
yeah, if you've seen him
Where's
in
more than
public,
I do?
and if you've seen him in public and you were an average person, now average size in America is between 5'7" and 5'9", and between 125 and 155 pounds depending. So if you've seen this guy who's going to be 8 or 9 inches taller than you, and he's going to be at least double your body weight, yeah, it's intimidating. So that's what he was banking on, was his
And then on
appearance.
top of that, he'll insult you.
Yeah, but I'm saying that that's what he's banking on in public appearances, is the fact of what he looks like, that people were not going to try to fuck with him. That's why he could sit there and say he doesn't need security, because he's a big fucking mook. And
That's really dumb on his part.
But it worked. It worked for years. Because when I was talking to Magog, one of the things that Magog had said to me was when he went to these things, no one fucked with him because Magog is the same height as me. He's about 6'2", but Magog's bigger than I am. Magog is a big fucking guy. Because Magog, I think he was either a Marine or he was in the Army. And they had Magog on heavy machine gunner detail because the guy's built like a fucking oak tree.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so he was walking around with a saw. So
Nice.
yeah, so you gotta realize you gotta be a fucking house to carry one of those things. And I think he's around my age, so he might have actually
I'll
been
be
in there.
AFK for a few seconds.
Sure.
All right.
He might have been in there for a few years where they still had the M60 before they transitioned away from the M60 to the saw. So again, you've got to be a big boy, like 250 plus, to carry something that big. Just you need that much muscle to carry this fucking pig the entire time you're in there. So Magog and I were talking about it, and he said that's one of the things when he goes to these events. He's like, I don't worry. He said because most of the guys at these events, they're tiny. He said they're soy-fed beta cocks, basically. They're incels. So you're not going.
I'm back.
You're not going. Okay,
No,
you're not. Yeah, you're not going to get too much trouble from incels. That are half your size. So that's the strategy a lot of these big, when I say big, I don't mean audience, I mean physically big streamers bank on. Yeah, the ones who are physically big, they bank on that they're going to have this intimidation factor. And I'm not going to lie, I've thought the same thing too when I go to these events because, I told you when I met Pasta Jardula that time, he's only about 5'4". So the whole time he's talking to me, he's like this, he's looking up at me. And I'm because with the boots on, I'm literally a foot taller than him. So I'm talking to him and I'm looking down at him. And yeah, it was a very pleasant person. But when especially because I got on a leather jacket and I got the
costume
hat on. No, I didn't even have the full costume on. Was at the libertarian thing. I was wearing my street clothes. But I had on the leather jacket and I got the fisherman hat cocked sideways and the bandana on underneath. So I basically look like I'm there to do a hit for the cartel. So he and I were talking, and it's the same thing. It's the presence, because when I walked in there with him, because again, you see all these smaller people, and they start to scurry out of your way when you're a big man and you come walking into a place. So this was what Hassan's whole thing was. He was looking to bank on that and weaponize it. Which would work, which worked for a while. But once it came out, you see, the thing that really did him in was the thing with Sam Hyde, because now you've got a guy who's just as big as you, if not bigger, and he's calling you out on it. He's calling your bluff.
Yeah.
Oh,
now he just resorts to threats, doxing, and weaponizing his audience.
Right, because it came out that this guy, he was a tiger with no teeth.
Mm-hmm.
The guy was a paper tiger. There's nothing to Hassan in that regard. Like, even though again, he's not that much larger than I am, but even though there's a size difference,
He doesn't know how to fight.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm thinking about it. Let's be real here. I'd probably beat the living shit out of Hassan if I actually went after him physically. Even though I'm older than him, I have so much experience, and again, it's only a 3-inch height difference, and he's probably, well, I'm trying to get myself back into shape. So once I get down to my weight, the weight, he's probably only going to have maybe 20 pounds on me. So there's probably a very good chance I'd clean his clock, especially because I'm more experienced than he is. I'm experienced. He isn't. So, that's one of those things. But for the record, I'm not.
Yeah, you and I have gone over fighting techniques a couple times during Thanksgiving when your mom was still alive.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell are you two doing? I'm like, oh, I was showing how you break an arm.
Yeah, we're basically like, we're slow motion sparring in the living room, like we're going over techniques. And yeah.
And his mom comes in with the fucking turkey. She's like, all right, both of you stop screwing around and sit down.
For me, my favorite thing when I was doing a lot of fighting in the Marine Corps was grappling and jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Grappling is the one thing I used to suck at until I started learning some basics from Hapkido. Now it's like, oh my god, this is so much easier.
Yeah.
With grappling, like something I kind of learned from my instructor for like my class in general, like not fighting, but like my job.
Nice.
And we had a couple of times where we did like body sparring and grappling. But we did a lot more grappling, and she was like, her favorite thing to do was get into the mount. Mount, which is where you're on the ground, but your back is to the ground, and you're wrapping your legs around their back and hips, and then holding their neck down, the back of their neck down.
Fun.
And that's just a good, comfortable place to be. It's a little hard to get into the armbar, but like it's a good place to be to tire them out.
Yeah, because they can't get you because you're under them, and they're just like trying to get you. And it's like, yeah, you can do that all day. You're not going to reach me.
Yeah, my best friend growing up was he was all county and all state wrestling champ. Basically, like when they start you off, I think in grade school, I forget what year. And you have to remember also back in the 80s, they would start you off earlier than they did they got rid of kids wrestling as it got closer and closer to modern day. But this guy was wrestling as far back as I think you could go, which was, I think they started junior wrestling and like maybe as far back as even before 3rd grade. And he wrestled all the way up through high school. And they loved wrestling me because I've been this size since I'm like 12, 13 years old. So these guys love to wrestle me. So I learned basically how to wrestle from these guys beating the shit out of me all the time. Like they've put me different holds, locks, throws, and it was actual wrestling. It wasn't like, turnbuckle shit, with like DDTs and suplexes, that you see in the WWE. They were actual wrestlers. So I learned how to do that.
It looks something like this, but usually we you had them facing each other. It was a bit easier to get into that position facing each other. In the Marine Corps, at least.
Regrettably, gentlemen, I'll have to wrap it up in the next 5 minutes as I gotta get to bed for work and all that.
Understandable.
Okay.
It just looks something like that, except it turns into a headlock.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, okay, you see it? I'm sharing it.
All right, let me. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I learned how to wrestle from these guys when I was a kid. And my mother, because she was actually the YWCA Golden Gloves up in the North Bronx, which is the Young Women's Christian Association, she was a Golden Gloves boxer, my mother. So she taught me how to box. Yeah, Mom taught me how to box. And I took in grade school, I learned Dato Ryo Akai Jiu-Jitsu. And then when I got a little bit older, I learned Shotokan. And I also learned over the years Defendu, Micmac, and Krav Maga. So, yeah. Also, I had learned over the years some Judo and some Aikido, which comes in very handy, believe me. Like a lot of people like.
I mostly learned McMap, and then in the few times in my free time where I had an opportunity to learn something, it was jujitsu and boxing, but there were only like a handful of lessons.
Yeah, I was
Nice.
gonna say that just reminded me. The other one I learned this through books, and I did attend a few classes, and I did spar with a few people. Bruce Lee's fighting style, Jeet Kune Do, which was actually the basis for modern MMA. So
The art of the intercepting fist. That is a good art style to know. The one I want to learn more of, if I can ever get back to it, is I'd like to finish up, at least get into yellow or green belt for Tiger Hapkido, because just the basics I learned from that was able to help me out a lot with some of the weaknesses I had with using Kempo or Shori Goju.
yeah, well,
Like all those stances were like way wider, and then just the basic rifle back stance you have for Hapkido. Like, wait, why the hell do you sideways? No, be square. Just be like this, and then have the same stance except not as wide. And then you're just going to be doing smaller movements. The idea is, okay, you're already asthmatic. Finish this guy up in 30 seconds or less, and then get the hell out of there. And it's like, wait, 30 seconds or less? What? I don't have to take 2 minutes fighting somebody? Like, no. And that was very helpful. So I was like, oh my God.
Like if I want to get back into fighting, I'd rather do like jujitsu and then maybe MMA.
Jiu-jitsu would be nice. That is a good one.
I'd say MMA, but I'll be completely honest with you. It's the same problem I had like with jiu-jitsu, because
like I'm smaller, so grappling kind of benefits me a little more.
Right,
Yes.
right. No, I got that. But what I was going to say is because basically everyone around here, because I said this before, I don't like to drop the guy's name. Like, it's not like I'm trying to, throw out celebrities, but I used to hang with, it's the truth, the former MMA champ, Ryan LaFlair. And all of the other guys who used to spar with him and study with him would all show up. And these were all the students of Hoist Gracie. So I've met Hoist before.
They're like the Brazilian jiu-jitsu guys, right?
Yeah, exactly. The great Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. I met Hoist before about 20-something years ago. I'm pretty sure it was Hoist. I don't know if that was the father and the son has a different name. I don't remember. I just remember it was one of the sons was the one I met. Nicest guy, because Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, they actually have one of their studios up over on Deer Park Avenue in North Babylon. So I knew the Gracies, through the one son, and I knew them more so through all of these guys who used to spar with them. And the thing I have about MMA and about jiu-jitsu, it's a lot of locks, holds, and breaks. It's not a lot of throw. There's some throws, but it's mostly locks, holds, and breaks that go into throws. A lot of pressure points. There's not a lot of actual fighting. It's the person comes at you and you're basically trying to break their arm, break their leg, break whatever, which is good.
Yeah, that's Krav Maga, right?
Yeah, exactly. Which it's basically they've taken jiu-jitsu and turned it into a Brazilian form of Krav Maga, which is also that's very good. But the point is I'm getting at, you definitely want to learn how to actually throw a punch, throw a kick, because if you're dealing with somebody who's just simply too fast and they're throwing strikes and you just can't grab them to put them into a hold, all the jiu-jitsu in the world is not going to save you.
I know.
Yeah. So
that's one of the things
I know how to
that
throw a
happens
punch.
to
I know that.
going like that, where you're doing the bicycle punch.
Yeah.
That's just an exercise. It's not.
Yeah. I'm not saying you don't know how to throw a punch, but my point is, if you're going to learn any martial art, make sure that they at least have strikes too.
Yeah.
I know. Supplement.
Yeah, I'd spend another 30 minutes with you guys if I could. I gotta go end everything,
That's fine.
man.
It's been an hour and 25 minutes. I'm good.
It's all good.
Yeah. Well, I had fun
Of
as
course.
always. Yeah. All right.
Definitely.
Whenever you want to call it, brother, man.
All right, yeah, we'll try and do this again next Friday, next Saturday in the afternoon, and we'll hopefully not have like a major holiday delay and all that stuff. And we'll get
Yeah.
more topics in that, but it's good to just be doing the bullshit and all that, and especially, dude, I love martial arts. That's one of the things I've got to get back into, and I talk to my coworkers about it all the time. So it's good to just be shooting the shit and all that on occasion. Because the good thing
martial
is,
arts, barbecue, and firearms. I could talk about all three all day.
hell yeah. All right. Well, have a good night, everybody. I'd say this was a successful test run because, I mean, hey, if the banners don't work, we can just do this. I mean, shit, this is pretty fucking easy, just like old times.
Yeah, definitely.
Shooting shit.
Yeah. Good night, gentlemen.
All right, good night.
All right, and waiting